Hello there and welcome. It is time for another battle report of Star Wars Shatterpoint. This is the second game from our April tournament at Magic Stronghold in Vancouver, BC. And this will be a game between Matt on the left and Trorry on the right. Now, there's a slight mirror going on with the fact that we've got the Stormtrooper Sergeant and Stormtroopers under Vader. However, it's two different Vaders, and the other squad is also different. So, Trorry on the right has a list that I think we've maybe seen before, where we have Darth Vader Jedi Hunter with the Stormtrooper Sergeant and Stormtroopers, along with the Inquisitors. So Grand Inquisitor, Third Sister, and Fifth Brother. Now, this is, of course, bringing Jedi Hunter to... the whole list will be Empire, Galactic Empire, but also Jedi Hunter is another Inquisitorious character to get Grand Inquisitor's identity going off more often. And then rounding out with the Stormtrooper Sergeant and Stormtroopers to make it all Galactic Empire. And the Stormtrooper Sergeant is going to be good for pushing those Inquisitors around as well. Now, Matt's list, I assume, is from a desire to get the new Vader squad on the table, because he's got the Galactic Empire squad, and Darth Vader, the new Darth Vader, which is just Galactic Empire, not Republic, and but that's being paired with General Kenobi, Captain Rex, and the Republic Clone Commandos, so very classic Republic squad there. So these two will be operating a little bit independently, but they are on Sabotage Showdown, where you kind of end up having two lanes and two independent squads working away. So we'll see how that goes. And with that, we will get started. I think Matt is going to go first, so they're gonna pick their struggle, and it's the refresh one force on the Shatterpoint for this struggle. Oh yes, both teams. Well, okay, so Trorry's team, Jedi Hunter Vader with Grand Inquisitor, that'll have 7 force, but Kenobi with Emperor's Servant Vader will only have 6, but Vader gets a refresh on his activation.
There's this thing that people have been doing, I think with Vader, maybe it's that Vader. When somebody else attacks, they take damage to roll more dice.
Yeah, so old Inquisitor Vader is melee, take 2 damage to add 3 dice. But the nice thing about the Stormtroopers is if they have to do that, they'll easily heal on their tree. So.
Alright, cool. I was reading this one like, where's the extra dice? Different Vaders. Cool.
Different Vader. Oh, you have the newer one?
I have the new Vader.
He scares me a lot too.
Yeah, he activated a few times back to back. He was the last character in my deck last week.
Brett got 4 activations out of him on my last time with him. He's like, oh, I missed it by 1. Put him back in there.
Alright, Sergeant. Yeah, I'll go with him.
It's pulled the Stormtrooper Sergeant. So he's able to give a Galactic Empire supporting unit a advance. They will suffer damage if they take the full advance.
The only supporting
Empire?
yeah, they will do a full advance.
So obviously that'll be one of the Stormtroopers. Just deciding where best to position them. Assume he's got one close enough to be contesting that bottom left objective.
This is a thing that I just realized talking to Lee about climbing. Whenever you would advance, this is scale. Forget about it.
It's going to move the forward one up towards the middle and take the ingress point, and getting ready to hop over that gap on their activation. Oh yeah, it's each character in the unit, so yeah, they both get an advance, both taking that ingress point and gaining some elevation for their turn. So now the thing about the Stormtrooper Sergeant, he doesn't have any extra mobility on his activation for himself. So he's going to do a take cover, but he's really got no way, doing a climb up to that close objective, no way to get enough extra movement to get to that bottom middle objective. But, getting on the proper elevation for his back objective, making sure that can't be easily stolen. So sitting at 2 and 2. Of course, no one scores on this first turn. Looks like we're going with Reva. Getting a full advance. Just taking her move action. And it looks like we'll be doing a take cover as well, choosing not to use Call the Hunt to get an extra dash or fifth brother. So just moving up to get the 3 points on this activation. Alright, Captain Rex going for Matt. He also has a tactic ability giving a public character a dash and hunker. He can also use it on himself. Looks like we're going to be using it on Obi-Wan. Move him up right onto that. His top left back objective for him. Now Rex does have good access to shoves and on his ranged attack as well, so probably should be able to shove Reva off there. Gonna do the defensive maneuver to get a dash and hunker. And then I think he said he's gonna focus. Get more dice on this attack. It's got early shoves, which will help, and you can do some follow-ups there. But with the focus, he's maybe fishing for that reposition as well.
Blocking 8. Oh no! So those 4 strikes are all gone. I have 2 expertise though, which is 2 more strikes, which is 6 strikes. All right, you're good.
Yeah, I rolled this plus 1 expertise, but it's 2 blocks.
Oh, okay. I looked over and I just saw you get the, I thought you were just getting your dice out
No.
and counting them. So when I asked, was that your roll? I was joking. All right.
So a very good roll for Trorry there, blocking everything.
He's got 2, 1, 2, and then as a momentum on your side. You may go ahead.
So Rex will just be sitting back with Kenobi on that his back point. So that'll be 2.
Yeah, he's right here. Have a little Vader on Vader action.
Looks like Trorry has pulled Darth Vader, seeing how far he can move.
I will pay a force for the Fury to get an advance, get to the ladder.
So this one has Vader's Fury, so he can get a full advance. And then doing a take cover, move in closer. So the 2 damage, the damage pool will be lost there, but no real targets yet. So that'll be 4 points for Trorry. So good start for him. Matt has pulled the Shatterpoint, so we'll see how he decides to respond.
I'm going to go with Obi-wan.
He's going to go with Kenobi.
Shatterpoint Obi-Wan. He's going to...
Kenobi should have a easier time getting Reva off of that point. Probably his intention here.
Spend a force for hello there.
So spending the force for hello there to get the jump and the 3 extra dice for his attack. Assuming he's on Ataru, shove on 1, so that should be good to get her off. She doesn't have steadfast or anything. And her expertise, or her,
It might be too late.
yeah, her defense 1 less die
Did he have any bad results in here?
in 1 less die in the melee side, and also lost her hunker because she's engaged now.
Yeah, 4. There. Makes up for my other roll.
Cool, I have no fails.
Block 1.
Block 1? No. That one's gone. I've got more expertise than I can do with, I think, unfortunately. So what does 5 get? Strike?
Obi-Wan's getting a full tree on there.
Strike.
So it should be enough to wound her, because I think she's just
Just enough to wound.
8, yeah, 8 health.
8 results, okay.
9 though. And she's going to get disarm and expose.
So that'll be a wound. Also doing disarm and expose
Full gamut.
and pin.
Alright.
So she's hurting there, and her next activation will be not super fun there. Yeah, 3 pushes as well. Just moving her way out of the fight there. Good choice for Matt. Taking Obi-Wan there to really mess up her activation. And he'll be getting 3, as well as momentum for not crossing 0. So decent turn there, couple momentum and 3, tying up the number of objectives again. Alright, fifth brother going next. Or is pulled next anyway. See if he decides to go with him. Yeah, it's a little dicey for him to be dealing with Obi-Wan. Does have multiple shoves fairly early. He's going to take the jump first. And yeah, going to be seeing what he can do there. Maybe do the attack first, and if he has to, he could do the force repulse. I mean, he's also sitting with 3, so... Oh, and he's got Inquisitorial Mandate, so because they would be tied, he'll actually take control of that objective either way.
Yeah, we'll pay 2 more and push you away 2.
So he is going to push him away anyways. Just get him out of there. One less body on the point. Make it harder to take back.
Action, fourth, I guess. Second action. I will just...
So he maybe could have done the attack first, but while they were engaged, but he's doing the take cover action instead. So not a lot of attacks happening yet, surprisingly, given the lists. But here comes Vader for Matt. So he's going to be able to remove 2 damage or condition from himself and get a refresh. So the refresh will be what matters here. Now he only has a dash, not an advance. So not sure if he's going to be able to make it to that. Well, yeah. Not without doing like a take cover action or something to get onto the point with the other Vader there. So he can get there, but not also attack, I think. See if he's within 1 to get the Ingress point there.
Not even if you change the angle by like that?
No, I went straight in. I would have had to deploy a little more this way. And I'm way out. I can't even pretend that that's in there. So then, for his actions, I think, let's take a little... We can do this, though.
Take. So if he did the take cover action first, then that dash would have gotten him close enough to go up the Ingress point, and then he could have advanced across. But he stuck with his dash first, and then did the take cover and advance. So he'll be contesting from the ground, but yeah, not on the proper elevation with Vader there. Oh, there's 4 Trorry and 2 back from that. And so because he didn't wound, then he gets shuffled back into the order deck. So Trorry will be getting this struggle. He's already got the 4 points, so he can freely move to just get in position for next struggle. Looks like it's probably the Stormtrooper Sergeant going, because the Stormtroopers have dashed, but they also took it damage. So that would have been from his ability, his tactic ability. Yep, so now he's moving up with an advance. Trying to look at what his targets are, but no one's really moved in close enough yet. So also just taking the take cover action. Hunker up. And so that'll be struggle 1 for Trorry. Alright, so we've got kind of the lines down the middle. So there's not much. Yeah, I guess the one advantage, if he takes kind of the top ones, then Trorry doesn't already have his back point, which is top right from our perspective. Matt has both of his back points well covered, and no one's got the middle yet. So probably the right choice there, because he's got a whole crowd of stormtroopers under bottom right towards Trorry there. Alright, so the priority's on the objective he already has. That's nice for him. And Kenobi is going next, so he could, well, he could reserve him, get a jump, which is actually pretty nice. If he can jump to get close enough to that ingress point, he would be able to get to the, I wonder if he could reach the middle. Yeah, there you go. Up there, and he's in the center already without having to activate even. Now, who could go for that back point? That's Vader. Vader could go and try and wound somebody. Rushes the Force. Would have been nice if, well, yeah, I don't think anyone else can reach that back point, actually. Rex is gone. Commandos can't. They can reach the middle. Stormtroopers, yeah, they just get a dash. Yeah, no repositions, so. But on Kenobi's turn, if he can move somebody onto the center, then Obi-Wan could leave that point when since he's in reserve, and he could quite easily go for that back point.
I just thought you really had it out for him.
That was my plan for last time, but I guess I do have to go with Vader the Wingways. I can just go for the Stormtroopers.
So trying to pick his target here. I'm not going for the other Vader because he's no longer on an active objective. towards the enemy stormtroopers. They only have 1 damage on them out of 9, but 8 damage he should be able to do, although he didn't take the extra dice. I don't think. One or 5 gems, so 8 dice, yeah.
Failed 2 blocks. Is 6 successes remaining.
So he still gets the full tree anyway. So that'll be definitely, yeah, 10 damage. So that'll definitely be enough. Wound on them. So be able to do some conditions, or a condition or a jump. Strain for sure. Yeah, I would take that jump to the middle, like I said, so that'll be 2 bodies on the point, and then maybe allow Obi-Wan to leave that point next turn. I need to reset this. He is getting a momentum.
And then you've got 1, 2, 3.
3 points, so he's staying down. Yeah, doing the disarm on the stormtroopers instead. Yeah. Make their next attack a little less successful. Party's in the middle. So Trorry is going to reserve the stormtroopers, leave them wounded, because their actions will take extra force, or their abilities. Although they could, what could they do?
My other guys are wounded. I still make them do the advance and take a damage, even though they're. Yeah. Cool. Okay. They will both advance towards the ladder. That one will.
Okay, so he must have done a Shatterpoint on the Stormtrooper Sergeant earlier, or maybe he's got it now. But he's going to give the Stormtroopers a dash. They take a damage, but it doesn't matter because they're already wounded. So when they activate, they're already on that point with 2 bodies. However, that doesn't really help him on this turn, unfortunately, to get that priority. That would also set off the strain, though, because they take an advance, or they did an advance. So he should be left with just the disarm, which will clear when they go from wounded to injured. So he's doing, I think he did Imperial Firepower to put a disarm or a pin. I think that's a pin on Kenobi.
I'm going to get 6 base Hunter cover.
So shooting at Obi-Wan, which is as Matt is going over. He gets 6 dice plus hunker plus cover plus he's getting another hunker from So Uncivilized. He gained a hunker because it's a ranged attack. And then if there's a fail, then in the attack result, Trorry's sergeant will suffer 3 damage.
Crit to a fail. And I have 6.
Stuffed all of it. And then I had.
Did you have any fails naturally?
Yeah.
And you take 3 damage.
Yeah, so So yeah,
Pin as well now.
it was
Well,
Yeah, from an expertise.
let me think about my
so
life
yeah,
here.
not great on the attack there. No damage to Kenobi, and he reflected 3 back. Um,
Oh, I'm an idiot.
he got a. He's now pinned and disarmed. I wonder what
I forgot
that
this
is.
isn't my point anymore,
Oh
so I
yeah,
have no
no.
points.
Okay.
Um,
Move to that.
I wouldn't have taken the focus. I would have shot and then
Yeah.
backed off.
because yeah, he focused to get sharpshooter.
Going.
I just wanted us to play longer, so we'll go on a third.
Yeah, the first one's too fast.
So he could have.
Knowledge and defense. I'm gonna get.
I wonder if he added a die for coordinated offense as well.
All of his hunters, he does with your heal. Heal 1 for each hunter move. So we'll heal both of these. And then you can jump.
That one?
Yeah. I think it'd be funny if I steal it from you. But I don't think that's too much.
What's up?
Oh yeah, so he's shedding his hunkers to get a dash. No points for Trorry on this, so we'll get a
Middle still.
momentum. Obi-Wan moving towards the middle, or moving towards the back. Off of that dash, healed off both the conditions with his hunkers. So a good turn for Matt.
For assault tactics, they get to dash and they'll suffer damage to take a focus.
So his stormtroopers are going to go next, and so they will be able to solidify that center objective.
You get the extra die from the coordinator from another unit.
Okay. Oh, just the enemy has to be within 5 more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they can be far away. So he's gonna ingress up to there. I'm gonna hop down there. Ingress up to there.
So going up to that
Suffer a damage.
center point.
Get a focus for free. Since those are injured, I can actually move.
With their assault tactics, getting a focus, and gonna take the advance to go for that back point. So one's gonna stick on the center, one's getting that back point. So this would be a quick struggle because he'll be getting all 4 points. I assume he's going to be attacking the Stormtrooper Sergeant, who only has 6 health left.
Blocking 5. Alright, so those are gone. I've got 2 crits, and then a damage and a pin on the tool. So, pin, and then 3 damage and a strain.
3 damage. That's with the auto damage?
Yeah.
And strain.
Okay, and then second attack from the other one.
So got the 2 or 3 expertise to get the crit, damage, and pin. That must have been where Obi-Wan got the pin as well, was from Stormtrooper Sergeant's expertise.
Pin is another damage, and then 2 successes is going to be, so 2 damage.
That'll wound.
And then another damage from pin and another damage from the strain.
Alright, so that'll be a wound for Matt on the Stormtrooper Sergeant. And then he gets 4 points, so that'll be struggle 2 for Matt.
Well,
I might not even get you because this is Vader, I think, right? Oh, he's there. He did wound somebody. He wounded the That's why he is resting.
This is staying as is. Diamond's moving over to Vader.
So it looks like we're getting kind of the play symbol again.
I guess I don't have that yet. You might take
Or greater than or less than, or however you want to look at it.
diamond. Okay.
So Vader is already sitting on one, so that's nice for Trorry. Matt has the other two, though, because Rex's and the Commandos are still on that back point to the left, top left, and then his Stormtrooper has gotten the top right. Now, Grand Inquisitor should be coming soon, and we'll hopefully have enough movement to double ingress or dash and climb, and then hopefully be able to push that Stormtrooper off.
Yeah, let's just go with Inquisitor.
So Inquisitor going next. Although the Stormtroopers out of reserve would be able to take the point on his side, that top right one, just with two bodies. But they could also go for the other, the top left point, potentially. So Grand Inquisitor can't get across the board. So he's going to give Fifth Brother and himself a dash, and then do the climb. And so now we'll attempt to shove. Yeah, he is in jump. So attempt to shove that Stormtrooper off. She's got a shove on one, so that should be pretty easy to do.
Yeah, they're great.
Used to my clone is like 6 and 7.
Now we're gonna flip to add one more, and then we're going to use this here. We're gonna suffer 2 damage. 1, 2.
So he's gonna do Makashi side, which has one more attack die, and then take 2 damage for the 3 dice from Vader. Going more so for the wound than just shoving.
Blocks.
I had 4 expertise. It only gets her 2 blocks.
Alright, so 6 going through plus an auto damage.
You need to do 7, so 6 plus 1? You got it. This is just token sack you have. You want?
Yeah, I got what I need here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright, so should be enough to get the wound on there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think he said 6 successes.
Yeah, you got it.
Do a bunch of conditions as well.
And a shove.
So that'll be.
Oh wait, no, that's not dash. That is a.
Oh, I already got a momentum there, so leave that.
I don't need to dash anywhere, but he's wounded, so
Yeah, so just
Ben's not within range.
he's not.
Yeah, so he's gonna be
Just pinned and strained.
pinned and strained.
Alright, you get a moment. Did you get it?
I give myself the wound, yeah. And then
Trorry,
I've got
3
1, 2, 3.
points.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Got a marker
I
4.
sure do. Here you go, good guy.
Yeah, wonderful.
And for Vader. Alright, there you go. All set?
Yeah.
Good turn for the Grand Inquisitor there.
Still with Vader.
So priority, I think, is staying where it is on Vader's point. So that will be a little tough for Matt to get. However, could maybe have Kenobi jump and advance over there. Probably make it. He just needs to get positioned in a way that he can shove Vader off.
We are then going to advance.
Yeah, go towards the ingress point.
Well, you can get to the ladder.
He did hello there first to jump out of engagement. He'll get his extra 3 dice on the attack. Okay, so he is going to go the other way, but he should still be able to shove Vader off. Hopefully with this 10-die attack. Vader got for defense. I can't quite see what side he's on. So for 3 or 4 expertise there.
I have 4 successes remaining, which is going to be
4 successes, so you'll get 2 shoves on this for sure. And probably throw the disarm and expose on there for 6 damage.
6 damage. I'm going to get to shove you twice. You're also going to get disarm and exposed. I will shove you twice. The first shove is just going to get you to the edge. Yep. And the next one is going to drop you down.
Did you have any fails?
I did have some.
Or pause for 2.
Yeah. And then I will follow.
So, so Vader will give Obi-Wan 2 damage back for riposte because there was a fail. But Matt will be getting that point, so that'll get him 3 points on the activation, which will get them both a momentum.
Just 2-3 then. Thank you very much for keeping me honest.
You're the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy. 1, 2, 3. Momentum for both of us. That's why I was cheating.
To the break, priority is back correct.
So priority is the back one on Trorry's turn here, so not great for him, although he could send his stormtroopers back there. If one of the clone commandos is in range of that objective, then they can't just put the 2 bodies on the point. They'll have to actually either move or wound one of them.
Oh, shit. Wrong dude. They still have all the damage.
I never put all the damage on my stormtroopers, but they'll definitely.
Oh, yes, he was taking his damage off of Stormtrooper Sergeant. Yeah, Stormtroopers are activating.
Okay, they will start with a regular. You're in the way. The first move will be a dash because one trooper. Well, at least it's this guy, so he's gonna go to the ladder and end up. This guy should be far enough away.
They're wounded as well, so you don't gotta. You can do full advances.
Oh, they're wounded. New troopers are wounded.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then we can go.
Go for it. I thought you were doing their assault.
I can only get a dash. So he was engaged with the other stormtroopers, but they are wounded. So he can take the full advance on his move. Coming engaged
gonna get to do something next round.
On
with Rex there.
They are going to then. So the first one's just going to attack melee as normal, so that's just going to be 5 dice attack on Rex.
You'll get rid of your disarm.
So yeah, doing melee attacks
So no extra
here.
damage.
So shove on 3 might be hard to get to.
Almost the entire roll.
Wow. Great. I've got 6 dice for my hunter that I keep.
Against Rex here. Yeah, because he's getting extra dice from the hunker in melee because of Obi-Wan.
Nothing else happens from that attack. The second attack, they're going to take
So nothing getting through there.
2 damage from Vader. They add 3 dice.
Adding 3 dice with Vader's ability, taking 2 damage. Hoping to get probably at least a shove through on here.
4 blocks.
Another 2 damage in total.
2 damage in total.
At the end of it, they will spend a force to expose Rex.
To expose him.
But then I have 2 units there, so that I will flip that one.
And I'm going to get rid of his knowledge and defense. I'm going to get rid of his hunter token.
Okay.
So he got rid of all of his hunter tokens. Whatever it does, it may heal 1 of each hunter token removed. So we will heal off the expose, and then it can heal and dash. So I'll heal back down to 1, and then Rex can dash.
Oh shit, I might not actually take that one, eh?
Oh no, yeah, I guess because he's there. Yeah. Oh, he might not be it. Let me check.
So Rex is using the hunker shenanigans to dash out of engagement, and as well as getting the heal.
I totally couldn't see that guy.
Yeah, they haven't done much.
So he should.
I'm gonna say that's just out. You got it.
Okay, so the commando's not quite in range, so we will flip the point there.
Pretty soon.
So
That is 3.
getting the 3 points again.
I'm still mind blown that we're in the 3rd struggle and we've just gone through only 7 activations.
Yeah. Bananas. Priority is still back here. Fantastic. All right. So we got the commandos.
Yeah.
They are going to.
But the commandos are next.
Yeah.
There.
Does Rex always first kid before their attack or after their attack?
Oh no. Yeah. I think Trorry has that point actually. And our commandos are right there, so they can just basically jump up and take that if they wanted to.
What's the wording?
After another unit makes a combat action.
So if it says unit, it would be the entire unit.
Okay, yeah, so they'll resolve all of theirs first, and then that makes sense. So we're just gonna go.
Kind of like how the stormtroopers choose an enemy character, engage with 1 or more characters in this unit, and at the end, then they can do the thing.
Oh right, yeah.
I think we're looking at I'm always first kid. After the supporting clone trooper supporting unit makes combat action. So they're gonna start by, I think they've, did a focus. And they're gonna shoot the stormtroopers, and then he's probably planning to use I'm always first kid on Rex to have him dash in and make another attack if needed.
Same target, blue. Worst roll. What do you got?
3.
3. 1 success. This is 2 damage. Then I will spend a force from Rex.
Not quite getting the wound there.
Attack as well.
Pinned.
More characters need to make dash. If it does, it make it 5 dice melee or range attack. Target the same character in line of sight.
So yeah, Rex is gonna do his own his first kid.
Let's just dash in for fun.
Yeah, you can do a melee or ranged attack.
Oh, do you? Oh, I definitely want to dash in then. And right off the bat, that though, we're gonna coordinate fire damage onto them.
Looks like they're at 6 out of 9, I think they are. Yeah, 9. So just needs to get 3 damage through, which should be 2 successes for Rex.
What you got?
2 blocks.
2 blocks. That is both of my expertise blocks, so you're only gonna take 2 damage.
Ooh, only got the 1 success through, so just for 2. Oh, maybe that was
I
enough.
realized just for the recording, I did kind of cheat. When I spent the force on this, they were wounded, but I did have 1 extra force left.
That's all fine with
Just
me.
for the record.
Thanks for setting the record straight, Trorry. I can't actually see his force, so I didn't notice. And they're gonna dash in. So that's now 3 bodies on point for Matt. At a different elevation, though, I guess. And then they'll get a momentum. Jumpers are wounded, so even if they wake up, they can't get that back. 3, yeah. The middle. Another momentum. Priorities on one Trorry already has. Or no. Nope, that's Matt has that one. Looks like he's reserving the stormtroopers because they're definitely not getting over there with their pin. Well, they're wounded, but so they'd remove that. But then they would be removed from the table once they activate. Basically, Vader. Yeah, he basically needs Vader to get that point.
We'll remove the disarm.
Oh, lucky. Okay.
And he's like, stupid guy makes me go all the way around the building.
I guess you could just walk around it other than that, or
Yeah.
Yeah. You could just pick him up and move him if you need to.
Or I might be able to just climb.
I guess, yeah, a climb. You can't climb actually because you're engaged with my
You're Vader. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to. Essentially, we're gonna dash then to here. We're gonna spend a force for the Vader's Fury for a full advance to get around to that ladder.
Yeah, and then you're just gonna.
And then I'll be in the.
Yeah, you bet.
Just follow what you did. I will also come up from behind. So that's gonna put 2 damage in the pool to start.
Fury for 1 move, I think, to get out of engagement so that he can do the climb. Oh no, there's the ladder on the other side, so 2 dashes will get him around to the ladder behind him.
And swing with 10.
Switching to the shovey side. Yeah, Jim So. He's staying in Dark Rage. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we must be staying in Dark Rage.
One of them creaks into a fail, and then I have 2 blocks.
3 going through.
He has 8 left.
I'm not gonna get you on the wound, but I will do 6 damage.
6 damage.
And I will double shove you.
Double shove. Wow. What is the taste of my own medicine?
4 successes getting through there, I guess. Or no. No, 3, because then the +2 from Vader's Fury.
He's like, great lesson.
Shoving him off. Also following up so that he can't just dash back, although I don't think he has a hunker dashing back. Not getting the wound, but he will get that point. For 3 again.
Okay. This is Obi-wan. Commander. Let's do our priority first.
commandos again. Priority's the back.
I don't want commandos to go. We're gonna put them in reserve.
You can reserve them.
Send a force.
Hopefully he can get the stormtroopers. Shatterpoint would also work though.
Whatever you want.
Go all the way around from behind.
How much else does Vader have left?
4.
4. I mean, if I go with the, it is very funny to just keep doing that. But he can do that next round maybe, because that was your Shatterpoint.
That was a Shatterpoint.
Oh, so you still have Vader in the deck too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shatterpoint is now the only thing that I've played out of it.
Because I could go with. It's always weird doing supports with Shatterpoints, but
It would be a fancy turn for his Shatterpoint, but
there they can take that.
he could, yeah, just have the stormtroopers go,
One of the conditions.
become
Start
injured instead of wounded, and
as well.
all they have to do is move on to the point, and they'll get that with against Grand Inquisitor's one body. Could attack him in the process, because there's just really nothing that's going to come back at him from that.
When they wound, they heal 2.
Oh,
And if it's a force user, they also get 2 force power.
oh, cool.
But I forgot it.
Can you fix it somehow? No, you're good.
It's too far behind.
All right.
I just gotta remember to do it.
Sounds good. Okay. Do we want to just use all the? Let's just do it. We're gonna action for the Empire.
Yeah, you're gonna push.
We're gonna spend 2.
It's going to do,
Character engage.
we're in the end game, might as well use all the force. Going to do for the Empire. As an action, yeah, pushing
Yeah.
Grand Inquisitor 2 away, so that will get him off the point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just an action,
All right.
so we'll see if he
Expose.
moves. Oh yeah, it gives him exposed too, so you'll see if he attacks
Oh, you're exposed.
or just moves that other stormtrooper onto the point. Doesn't need to though, I guess.
Oh, well, then I did that backwards earlier.
Oh, this unit gains exposed, so stormtroopers are now exposed.
I assume one of them picks, the other one's
Does
like,
Rex,
yeah.
does Rex have an exposed still? Oh, you healed it.
I healed it up. Yeah.
Did you have to pay for it?
Did I have to pay for it? What?
Well,
Oh, the heal was I spent his Vicar tokens, and I got the heals off of knowledge and defense.
right, but I'm saying because he wouldn't have got that exposure, so you could have those on perspective, and that would correct that issue. From my earlier cheat.
Oh, nah, it's okay. Because he still had another condition on him, that's some damage I wanted to get rid of too.
Oh, okay.
It is all good. And now, do I want to use? I'm not going to use. I could use 2 more force to give them the damage and 3 focus. I think I would just shoot at the Inquisitor. Who's the time? Give me the damage.
Inquisitor's got 7 health left.
7 health left. Fifth brother's healthy, I think, right?
Good brother is got full health and a cover right now.
These guys are
Those guys are wounded.
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 Target really,
Okay.
unless you can take a pot shot at Vader.
You know what? Let's put some fire here. We're gonna shoot. This first one is gonna shoot at Vader. Okay. And we've got our sergeant here.
Push for the wound there.
Vader as well. So we're gonna do
Adding a die
dice
for coordinated defense. Stormtrooper Sergeant.
4.
Be 6 dice.
For 2 extra dice. That's not worth it.
Gonna be real,
No, I'm trying to think. Do I want to spend
be real hard to
I'm not gonna do it. So
get
5
4
dice,
damage through, I think, on just one attack, but
right? Is
see what he can do.
Defensive? I forgot. It'd be faster to ST than to read it. So 6 dice into Vader. A lot of expertise.
Oh,
Oh no. I have 4 successes and then a pin from the expertise and then 4 successes.
Pin.
It's a all fail roll for Trorry there.
Yes, we're gonna get a string.
So yeah, 4 successes
And I'm going to shove you.
will
But I can't shove you.
get him the 4 damage that he needs, just barely. Wound Vader.
Okay, very nice. That's some momentum for me.
Momentum. Vader has a revenge attack, which costs a force, because he's now wounded. But he can't make an attack on.
When his unit is wounded by an attack,
so.
after attack is resolved, I may use this ability. So I think I still will have to cause the force because I have a wound now.
Yes.
One character unit may dash and make a 5-die attack.
Ooh, not even at anybody.
So
I guess you could dash and then ingress up that ladder.
that's what I'm hoping.
If it matters though, Obi-wan's right there.
It has to be against who the target that wounded it.
Got it.
Oh wait, was that from that shot?
That was from this shot.
Okay, so I think because Obi's just gonna come for that point anyway.
You can ingress up there. You can just move.
Pop up.
You can.
Come over here.
All right. Yeah.
Well, now I'm wishing that I had
I guess they are close enough together.
my explode.
And oh no, sorry. Yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the strain won't affect me right now,
But
right?
you're pinned though.
Oh, I was pinned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay, there we go.
But if you want to spend the power,
Yes.
you can get rid of the pin.
Did a pin on the attack, so he can't dash.
If not, then okay.
So can't get in range of the melee attack there.
All in crazy. Where'd they come from? And then the other one will shoot at the Inquisitor. The Grand Inquisitor. I failed.
He's on the Kashi side. Grand Inquisitor.
You have 3 blocks?
I'm just looking here. This is, yeah, 3 blocks.
You're good. Nothing happens.
Getting through on that one. So that'll be 3 points for Matt again. Middle, giving them both a momentum again, so
Priority is the diamond. Okay, that's 2 points there.
Trorry can get 3 and a wound. Then he could win this. So the priority's on the one that he has currently. That's lucky for him. Stormtroopers are reserved. They would have to probably wound the commandos in order to get that back point.
Dash isn't going to get me to the ladder, I don't think. I'm not going to get close enough to it.
We've also only got the one stormtrooper that's actually losing points. So even 5th brother could just come up and
Yeah, I think I'm better off to still gamble from here.
There he is. All right. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
5th brother will start by.
That sounds like he picked 5th brother, so he just needs to get him on the point. If he could, somebody. Stormtroopers, I think, have like 1 damage but are exposed. So he's getting up there. You get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He got a full tree and a damage from the expertise. He could wound them. A bit of a tall order there.
7. 9's tough. But as long as I at least hold 3 points, you would need. No, it's still my better option. That still holds me out.
Yeah.
From here, you're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
You need 4 at least and a wound. So I think I'm still better to go this way. Okay, so. Yeah, let's go.
And even though KO
One for the jump.
you don't wound him, then you're still stealing that point from me, right? Because he breaks ties,
He
right?
breaks ties.
Yeah. All right. So we'll melee into my stormtrooper.
6, 7, and.
I have 2. Suppose goes away.
No point in spending that. So let's roll this. Crit, crit, hit. 3 expertise turns into crit and hit. And then you block 2. So 1 auto damage. 3, so that's going to be
3 successes.
5 damage. Exposed.
So yeah, 5 total.
Strain.
Oh no. Okay.
Gonna do the conditions, and he only needs 1 shove to push him off the point anyway. Or off the gantry, so
Down there.
go ahead with that. And expose him for another attack to finish him off later, hopefully. So that'll get him 3 points again. Dangerously close to winning. Block, so the one that Fifth Brother just took is now a priority. I think, yeah, commandos are in reserve.
That was the priority last time. We just didn't move the token.
No, that was Vader before. You were good because you had this already.
Oh, right.
So commandos, I don't know if they can get there. I mean, they can maybe, well, yeah, they can advance. No, actually, yeah, okay. They can advance to the ingress point and then do a climb to get over there, turning their defensive maneuver into a climb. That'll get them 3 points again, which gives them both momentum, so that would make it likely for Trorry to be able to finish it next time, but there's no way he's getting all 4 points, so
That's on you.
I mean, unless he has a Rex activation, removes Obi-Wan to get the one that Vader's on, or is able to use patience with Obi-Wan. Yes. So he could have Obi-Wan jump as he swaps him into reserve. Commandos. He could then go with commandos. Okay, he's gonna go with Obi-Wan. See, he could have him jump to get that one from Vader from patience, and then have the Republic Commandos take an advance. I think they could make it to that ingress point on the lower building, kind of top middle there, just before the top middle objective, and then climb up to where Fifth Brother is, and that could potentially get him all 4 points, just from moving enough bodies around. But this should also be able to get Fifth Brother off the point so that he can take it. So he's getting the 2 shoves through, which should be enough to get past Steadfast and push him off.
Protection and steadfast.
I could shove you twice. This is 6. Let me just throw.
Seeing if we can shove him off with the 1 shove.
Alright, so then.
Looks like that might be a no, though, actually, with the angle that he has to
7 damage.
work with.
Minus 1 to 6.
6. Exposed. A disarm. And the shove is. How much? And I only get the 1.
Oh no.
Momentum.
So we're getting the 1
I think that
win instead, so
just win this
getting
round.
momentum for that.
Diamond, priority
Vader,
2.
usually you get 2, but you're getting 3.
Right, so the extra the side objective in this tournament was to have the least amount of wounds inflicted on you during the day, during the 3 games. So they're gonna, even though Trorry will for sure win this, he's already got 3 points. They're gonna see if he can get another wound somewhere. Looks like Reva's activating. Don't remember where she is. I think she might be hiding.
Wrong character. Disarmed.
Inquisitor's good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to matter because the game's over now.
Yeah, disarmed and a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, so he
not
will...
Reva.
I was trusting you then. Inquisitor was doing something for you.
Yeah, just pulling from the wrong thing.
Oh, good.
So he gets a dash.
It's Grand Inquisitor, okay.
Oh, okay.
Reva gets a dash, which removes a pin.
Oh, there.
And then he gets the dash.
One token makes a lot more sense.
So he'll end up back in here.
Yeah.
And then...
Kenobi's got like 2 health left, so we could probably get a wound there.
Yeah.
Take an extra couple damage to do more dice from Vader's ability.
Okay. Turn a crit to a fail.
Crit to a fail. Turns into...
Are you guys live? Filming it?
go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's not live.
Yeah, Lane, this is what I'm looking for.
Auto wound. So 1 auto wound.
Oh, yeah, no, she's good.
Yeah, sure.
You're okay. I just don't want to get
Yeah. 1 auto wound.
1 auto wound. Okay.
2 crits and a damage off of that expertise, I think.
Crits through.
You need to do 2.
I do 4 more pin and string.
4 plus 1? 10.
With 5 with the auto
5
damage.
with the auto damage. Plus a pin.
So getting a wound there.
And a strain. For good measure. Which...
Throwing pin and strain.
Momentum.
Making sure Obi-Wan has a real bad day.
Good day.
There it is. So
Those first 2, real fast.
definitely definitely a real close game there, going back and forth that 3-3 throughout the whole third struggle. But unfortunately for Matt, that was just feeding Trorry momentum. So eventually that back and forth just inevitably would lead to Trorry getting it, since they were lucky with the priority rolls, being able to consistently get the 3 points instead of being stuck with 1 or 2. But then unfortunately Matt was stuck with the 1 point when Obi-Wan's turn didn't go quite as planned. But like I said, there, it's always good to think about that patience ability, because it's on Obi-Wan's card, but it is actually kind of an out of activation move, to help move more people. So if he put him into reserve, he'd get 3 heals, 3 recovers, so that would help. He had a lot of damage on him, and then that jump, because Vader is wounded, he would have flipped that point that Vader's on, the bottom middle, and then he could have either picked the next card to see if stormtroopers or Rex would go next, because they would be able to either get putties on a point if it's stormtroopers, or Rex shove and and potentially defensive maneuver that ingress point and climb up, and then hopefully be able to shove fifth brother off. But so that would be, Rex might be a little risky, but like I said, the commandos, I mean, if he test measured it out, might have been able to get to that ingress point and then climb up, and might be stretching a little, but if they could get their two bodies onto the point, then they would have got that as well, and that would have been a 4-point turn, which would have made it so that Trorry didn't get the momentum from hitting 0, and he'd also have to like flip 2 points to be able to keep it kind of back in that tied loop. But maybe, I mean, it might look closer from this angle as well. Maybe the movement wouldn't have been enough. But anyway, a good game there. Bit of a light mirror with Stormtroopers, Sergeant, and Stormtroopers. A little bit disjointed with the two very separate squads, with Darth Vader, Empire's Servant, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. However, it did perform probably better than I expected, actually, even though there wasn't a lot of cross synergy between those two squads. But I mean, it's their typical Republic list or Republic squad that you see a lot, especially in people's Premier list building. Obi-Wan, Rex, Commandos. So solid squad there. And Darth Vader, Emperor's Servant with the Stormtroopers is another solid squad. So those, and with Sabotage Showdown, they do act a little bit independently, even though Obi-Wan kind of crossed the board over to Vader's side instead of staying in his lane. But that did work with that back and forth against Vader. And then, yeah, Trorry's list having a little more synergy, being all Galactic Empire, and also the Inquisitorious Darth Vader instead of the Emperor's Servant one. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and look out for the final video, which will again feature Shelly, as the previous video did, but then it'll actually be me playing as well with the Count Dooku Mother Talzin list. So look out for that, and I'll see you next time.